for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, I'm sitting here doing some home decor inspiration shopping. I've got the new RH catalog in, and I'm just sitting here going over it because we're going to be going out shopping today. And one thing that I love to do is I like to discount shop because I definitely cannot afford RH prices, although I enjoy the RH style. So I like to study the design and the decor and see what things inspire me, what pieces that I like. And then I like to go out either to thrift stores or to discount stores and try to see if I can create a look that I like on a budget. And so in today's video, we're going to be going to Ross. We're going to be going to multiple Ross stores, just kind of seeing what it is that they have in store. So if you'd like to see what's in store at Ross, just keep on watching because we're getting ready to go. This first store that we're going to is in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I haven't been in this particular store in quite a while, so I'm excited to come in and see what they have in. So I make a beeline right to the decor section, and the first thing that I see are some items that I have not seen before. These little bookends here that are shaped like a horse. I did not love the shiny finish on them, but those are very, very nice bookends, and changing the finish on them would be an easy change. They're only $8.99 a piece, so definitely a great buy for them. And if you get the right finish or color that works for your design space, that's a very inexpensive high-end look. Ross is always good for finding those perfect pieces that can create a high-end look, but they're also a perfect place for buying a lot of what I'm just going to call lesser quality or cheaper looking items as well. Now, they lately have had a lot of marble pieces, and I am here for it. I love marble, and I love these little pieces here. Now, these are running about $20, and they have all different shapes. This faceted one is really, really nice. I love that. I love the white marble here. Very, very high-end look. This one is $21.99, and these would be perfect on a table, on a bookshelf, or whatever. You can use them at your entryway table. You can put vase filler in them or not. You can use them for a candle holder. There's just so many things that you can do with them. Now, this is a different type of one. I've never seen this one before, but I love the edging on there, the detail, and that would be beautiful as a candle holder. Now, this bust here is one that I love. I actually own this one, but it's very RH-like. They always decorate with a lot of heads and sculptures and statues and busts and things like that. And this would really give a high-end look. Decorated correctly, no one would be none the wiser. And that piece is only about $15. I'm sorry, I forgot to get the price on it, but it's not expensive at all. Here is another piece that's definitely elevated. It is a clock. It's made out of marble. It's only $7.99, but that definitely does not look like a $7.99 clock. Clocks are having a moment with me. I want one so bad. I just haven't found the right one, but I'm definitely looking as I go out thrifting and things like that, trying to find a nice little vintage clock for my home. These things here just kind of caught my eye because they, I've never seen them before. They were actually candle holders. Like, it's a no for me, but yeah, they did have those there. These faux driftwood pieces are very nice and very, very high-end looking if decorated correctly on a credenza or a bookshelf or something like that. There are a lot of pieces in here today that could actually do really, really nicely if you can style them like with a high, low-end look in your space, which is the look that I like to go for. I try not to purchase all things that are low end, but kind of mix them in. That just kind of adds more interest in my opinion. Those little cherries or apples or whatever they are became popular about a year or so ago. I think I saw those at Z Gallery. But they do have the dupes for them now over at Ross. This beaded garland also is something that you see a lot in like Pottery Barn and places like that. I'm not a real fan of these anymore, although I do still have some. I don't like the fringes on the end, and they always have the fringe, and that just kind of, I don't know. But anyway, let's look at the art, see what they have over here. This is another area where you can sometimes find some really, really nice gems very, very inexpensively. Now, this is a brand that I actually like their art. It's August Living, and it's very inexpensive. As you can see here, this piece here is $12.99. But they have some beautiful pieces in the August Living line. that I see at Ross from time to time. I also like the fact that in Ross you can sometimes find a set of wall art pieces that come in a set of two, so definitely more cost effective if you're getting them that way. And we're going to see a couple of those examples in a little bit. This store has quite a bit in the art selection today, which is nice. I like when you have options or choices or whatever. Lots of abstract pieces, lots of floral pieces, things like that, Afrocentric pieces, all types of artwork. And I love that they are so representative in their art selection. And if you can find what you're looking for, you can definitely get some good deals, because wall art can be very, very pricey these days, like everything else, but especially wall art. But Ross has found a way to keep their, artwork still in the affordable range in most cases. Like you're rarely going to see anything over like $29.99 or something like that in Ross, which is not bad for a piece of wall art. And just as I'm saying that, this one's $39.99, but still not bad. This is a really nice quality piece. I like the frame on it. Really, really pretty neutral piece. If I had a need and the space for it, I would love that for my home. That's really pretty. And here's some more of the artwork that I spoke about. This is a two-piece set here. Now, those are going to be more expensive, but you're getting two pieces of wall art, and they are a nice size. So this is $74.99 for this, which honestly, I don't know that I've ever seen anything this expensive at Ross before in their art selection, but those are some nice pieces. Now, of course, shopping at Ross is not going to be like shopping at your higher-end stores. You're going to find those diamonds in the rough and some good deals, but you're also going to see messes like this. This is the rug section over here, or like the area rugs, and it is a hot mess, stuff all over the place. I guess people come looking for something, rifling through it, and this is the aftermath. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to keep it moving. Here is another set of beautiful art pieces. I really like this. This is hand painted, and it's got lots of texture, which I love. It's neutral colors, also something that I love. Also $74.99, but like I said, it is a set of two. Those are pretty. I like it. I love the texture of that. Very, very nice. The color palette on that was really nice too. Very, very nice and soft. They also had some in blue. If you decorate with blue, these are some abstract pieces. Also a set. Very nice. Now, these are the types of items that I typically will just pass by at Ross. These are not at all my style. Not a fan of the shiny gold. To me, that is a very cheap look. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It just does not look high end. And that's kind of the look that I go for in my home. So I have a few gold pieces or whatever, but I typically like more of your polished brass and that type of thing. That's a nice looking vase there. It wasn't stone or anything, but it didn't have to be. Like, it's a smaller scale vase and will look nice on a bookshelf. Now I'm a backpedal a little bit. Now these are nice. I like these abstract pieces here. They're on a little marble base. They're $14.99 each for this, which is definitely not bad. But if I were to style with those in a room, I wouldn't have any other gold pieces. Like, these would be like an exception in a room or something like that. And I would do the rest of the room with more muted colors and that type of thing. That's just kind of what I would do. But they did have them, and those were really nice. The faux plants in Ross can be nice. You just have to look through them. Sometimes not so much, but sometimes you can find some really nice ones in there. There's some blue and white, if anyone is into that blue and white decor style or the chinoiserie look. They do have some of those ginger jars in, so I've seen several of those in store, and they're not expensive at all compared to what you would pay, someplace else for that look, if that's a style that you enjoy. I like this little statue here of this man and woman, just a little abstract statue piece here in the white. I thought that was really nice and not a bad price at all. $12.99 for that. They had a couple of those in the store, but I thought those were nice. They'd be nice pieces for on top of some coffee table books, or on a bookshelf, or one of those marble bowls that we saw earlier. Very, very nice. Now, this faux bonsai tree is very, very pretty. I really like this. It had a very high quality look to it and everything. This would be really, really a nice piece to put in a larger planter and kind of build it up or whatever. I really like that. That's a rare sighting in Ross that you see some faux greenery that, well, I should say that I like. But yeah, that's a great piece there. Now let's check out the furniture. Let's see what they have over here to choose from. I like to look at their small tables, little accent tables, things like that. This piece here is very different. It looks like faux wood logs, or I don't know what you call these, but a little stool there. That would be nice for a planter or something like that, especially if you have like a boho look going. That would be a perfect little piece here. And it was $39.99 for that. I'm not really spotting anything else with these little side tables or things like that, but you definitely can find some really nice little accent tables and things like that from time to time. This little bench here is something that I've never seen at Ross, and it really caught my eye. I really liked it. I liked the feel of it and everything. Of course, it's faux leather, but it was really soft. It had a nice feel to it and everything. I could not find the price on it, but I thought it was a really nice piece. And to my surprise, look at me knocking things over. Let me get this thing situated. But to my surprise, this is a storage bench, which is a really great piece here. Storage is something that I definitely need and can use. So this is a nice looking piece, a furniture piece or whatever, but you could store blankets in there. You could put shoes. You could have it at an entryway or a mud room or whatever. That's a great piece. Now, what the price was, I do not know, but it was really nice. And here's another faux leather one over here. I think I've seen something like this one here before. And that one also is a storage one. They've got this little green fabric one there as well. I really like the look of this. This looks really, really high end and not a bad quality. Look at me trying to open it from the wrong end. Let's get over to the right side and open it up. It's got nice ample storage space in there, which is great. Now, these are some nice looking chairs. I've seen these here before. Very, very low quality, though. They're $139 a piece for these. Very, very lightweight. You know, you probably could get a year out of them, maybe depending on the activity in your home. Now, if you have a room in your home that you don't use often or something, they're great looking chairs. But if you're actually going to be using them, I wouldn't recommend because they were very, very lightweight and did not appear to be durable at all. All right, let's take a look at their rugs. There's another thing that you can find in Ross sometimes and really find some gems, very oversized rugs, things like that. This one's $149 and it is huge. You'll see here when I go up, pan up, this is a big, big lamp. I think it was a 10 by 14. Don't quote me on that, but that is a nice rug. And they had several of them that were really nice. I like rugs that are from Turkey or India, and you will find those rugs at Ross. I tend to like those because they're durable. I find that they're easier to clean. They can withstand the cleaning or something. Some rugs you get, and by the time you clean them 1 or 2 times, they're like not looking good anymore. But I've had really good success with those rugs from Turkey especially. So I seek out those when I'm in Ross. And like I said, you get the oversized rugs for a little over $100, which is definitely a lot cheaper than you're going to pay any place else. I had to come back over here. I went by the candle section and I decided to try a candle in one of these marble things to see how it would look. Unfortunately, the insert on this marble piece is kind of rounded, and so the candle doesn't really sit flat in there. But anyway, I was just playing around in the store because I had time. And while I was going back over there, I found this little piece here. Now, this is cute, and it had the purple tag. It was only $2.49. It is a candle holder. They only had one, but this would be nice for someone that decorates in the coastal theme. I thought it was really different. And on that second time over here is when I spotted these candle holders. This one I really liked. It is like that chrome finish to it. It's $5.99. They did have 2 of them, and they had them in 2 different sizes, which I love because a lot of times you find the candle holders and they are the same size. Now, I like chrome. I'm really starting to notice a lot of pieces in chrome, more so than the shiny gold. To me, it looks a little bit more high end. And so I'm really noticing that a lot more these days. This is a nice piece here, and they had two of these as well. It's just a little bowl here that you could use in your home with some moss or any type of vase filler or something like that. All right, we have covered that store. So now we're going into the next Ross. And that first Ross, I said we were in Charlotte, North Carolina. This Ross here is in Fort Mill, South Carolina. So let's go in here and see what they have going on. And in this store, I came right over to the rugs because I saw some purple tags, which is rare. This is a nice rug here. And again, they're oversized rugs. This has kind of a higher pile on it. So they had several of those to choose from. But I love the coloring of that one there with the black and white. They just tend to have all types of rugs for any decor style or whatever. But that one just caught my eye, partially because of that purple tag. I've seen this one here a lot in several Ross stores over the years. But it seems like a nice rug, has a nice feel to it, and it is made in Turkey. If I were in the market for rugs, I would definitely consider Ross for that. This one is a 7 by 10, not bad at all for that, $99. Picture frames is something else that you can from time to time find some really nice quality pieces. So I always kind of take a look over here to see what they have. Not a fan of their candles at Ross. They seem to burn really fast and don't have great throw to them. So I typically do not buy candles there, but I do like to come down this aisle because they're starting to have more and more candle warmers, and I love candle warmers. Theirs are typically around the $19.99 range, and every time I come in a Ross, it seems like they have some different styles to choose from. I really like that one with that smoked glass globe, and then they have some other ones there as well. These crystal bookends are very nice, and they've had these in here before. They do have a set of two, which is nice when you can find two. They're $10.99 for these. I've seen these at Home Goods. They also remind me of something you may see at a Z Gallery, but those are really pretty. I don't know what this here is. I guess it's supposed to be a diamond or whatever, but what you would do with it, I don't know. There's that faceted marble piece again. I really like that, but I would have to find a use for it. But I just really like it. Every time I see it, I stop and look. It's $21.99, but that's a beautiful piece. For the most part, we're seeing a lot of pieces that we saw at the other Ross, but they'll surprise you from time to time, and you'll run across something else like these candle holders here. Those are really nice, timeless pieces, just basic brown, but I like the design of those. And there's my little clock again. I don't know why I didn't get that clock. I'm probably going to go back and check that out because it was only $7.99, but I thought it was really nice. Love the coloring of it and everything. You see, I'm looking at it again and leaving it again. Now, this is a different piece. I've never seen this before. It kind of looks like blown glass. It's $10.99 for that. That's kind of different and unique. Now, let's go over here and look at what faux plants they have. Theirs definitely do not look as good as what we saw over at the other store with that bonsai tree. That's still on my mind. You see there, this one has things missing off of it and everything. They do have it on clearance, but it's not a good look. Not at all. Now, they do have this miniature bonsai tree, which is really nice. I've seen this here before. It's $10.99. Very nice for a bookshelf or something like that, end table, wherever you want to put it. Now, this here is a good find. Now, this is one of those boxwood balls or spheres or whatever. It's on the clearance. I don't know why I didn't get that either. $27.99 for that is definitely not a bad buy. Those things can be pricey. Now, here's another item that is very, very nice. A nice oversized bowl is a critical piece of any high-end home decor look because of the way that you can style them. You can put your moss in them, vase filler, whatever. Just an oversized vase or bowl is just something that I just love. That's like a forever piece for my home. I will always have oversized bowls or things like that I can use to decorate throughout the seasons, throughout the years. Now, let me do a little bit of housekeeping here because they had these clothes here covering this little piece up. This is a marble piece. It's got the gold handles on it. Another very popular piece. I've been seeing this around, but I see that this one is on sale. It is a little bit loose. This is another thing that I've been seeing at Ross a lot lately. These are ugly to me. I don't know what you would really do with these. I guess you would just do vase filler or whatever, but I'm not a fan of the veining or anything like that. And I do see that they do have them on their clearance sale now. They have some really nice mirrors at Ross from time to time. This one here is an oversized piece, very nice. I also like the round mirrors here that they have, and you can get some really good value or get a nice mirror for your money here. This one's $54.99. This is a oversized, large, like a floor mirror that you can like lean or hang or whatever, which is nice. Not bad for that because those can be definitely well over $100 in other stores. So that's not a bad buy there. This is a good find here. Now, this is a blank canvas that you can do your own art piece or whatever. It's 36 by 36, so a pretty good size for that. And it is $19.99, which is not bad. Now here's another piece of, another set of wall art. These are a little bit smaller in size, but they do come in a set of two, which is very nice here. And those are pretty. They're black, gold, and white with a little bit of gray in there. Kind of looks like a smoky look to them. I like those. Now, if you like florals, they always have floral type flower wall art and things like that in Ross, and this store seems to have an abundance of it. So if you are into the floral wall arts, definitely check out Ross. These little bathtub pieces of wall art, these have been around for a while. I actually ran across these several times in the thrift stores lately, or some similar to that. Here's some really nice white textured pieces here. And then this piece of neutral wall art, abstract art, is very nice. They've got some pretty decent pieces in here today. Would be very nice for decorating in a living room, bedroom, bathroom, whatever. And these are not a bad size either. They're pretty decent size, and they're $27.99 for each of those. This is a really fun piece here. I've seen something similar to this over at HomeSense as well. It's got the little tiger there on the picture with the pink and the green or whatever. A really cute little fun piece. Here's another piece that I think is beautiful. It's got the butterflies on there. It's so pretty. The florals around the head. Such a nice little piece. They got a lot of art sets in here too. You're going to see some of those coming up in the smaller pieces, but it still comes in a set of two, which is nice. I'm thinking like for a bathroom or something like that, where you might want to have two pieces of wall art similar or close to this or exact or whatever. I don't know why I can't talk today. It must be time to go home. I've been out here in these stores for a long time today. I do that sometimes. I just do marathon shopping and get out here and just stop in different places. And this is just one of those days. But it's probably about time for me to get home because I'm tripping over my own words. This is a cute piece. It says, "Love like Jesus," and we all need to do that. Now, here's a piece we didn't see at the other Ross, or at least I don't remember seeing it. And this little lion here. I kind of like that. It's in a black and white, that geometric shape to it. Very different. Well, everyone, that is about the end of today's video. I hope that you have enjoyed this shop with me. We checked out two Ross stores in two different states, both North and South Carolina. Let me know which store you enjoyed the most, if you enjoyed either one. Let me know if you saw any items that you have not seen in the Ross stores in your area. I would love to hear that as well. I always like to hear what other people find at their stores, because sometimes when I'm watching videos where people are shopping, I see things in the stores. I'm like, wow, I've never seen that in my area. It's always interesting to me. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this portion of today's video, please don't leave without giving me a thumbs up. Also, if you're not currently subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave today, and the post notification bell. That way we can stay connected. To all of my returning family members, thank you so much for your support and for shopping with me once again. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that I see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.